All right, so we're at 125 here. The quiz for tomorrow, I'm actually considering a major grade because these are super, what I would call essential standards, right? These are ones that right here that you really got to build on for years. Okay, so really make sure you understand this. Come to target time for any questions you have after you look over this. Um, and yeah, make sure that you really know how to show the work on these problems. Okay. Um, Okay, so the first set right here, we have distributing. Okay, so you got to have the loops here. So 8 times 2.5. Now, I do not want to just see, I want to see the multiplication over here. Okay, so we're in sixth grade. It is still standards for us with the decimals. Okay, so that's 20.0 or just 20x. Okay, then we go 8 times 6.2. Okay, so 6.2 times 8 gives us 49.6. One decimal in the problem, so one in the answer. Okay. All right, so that's the work I should see. I should see this, and I should see the multiplication. Okay. All right, next one. So we have 1.75 times 5. Okay, so that's 1.75 times 5. Two decimal places in the problem, so we need 2 in the answer. Okay, so this is going to give us 8.75. 1, 2. So 8.75. Don't forget that that's an x. Then we have 1.75 times 7. Okay, so that's 35. 52. So that's 7 if I was 12. Two decimal places in the problem, so 2 in the answer. So plus 12.25. Okay. All right. Next one. So here we got some fraction action going on here. Okay, so that rhyme. That's funny. Fraction action. So 1/2 times 14x. Okay, so what we need to do here is just do the 1/2 times the 14. So we're going to bring the number part over here, 1/2 times 14. Okay, so you can put any number over 1, right? That's what we do when we multiply fractions. Okay, so this would be top times top, 14 over 2, and that equals 14 divided by 2 is 7x. Okay, or you could have divided, simplified before you multiplied, right? Second part, we have 1/2 times 22. So 1/2 times 22 over 1. And I'm going to show it the other way this time. So you divide 2 divided by 2 is 1. 22 divided by 2 is 11. So that gives us 11 over 1, or just plain 11. So 7x plus 11. Okay, next one. We have 2/3 times 9y. Okay, so 2/3 times 9 over 1. Okay, now we can simplify. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6 over 1, or just 6y. Okay, so if you needed to do just top times top, that would be 18 over 3, which still equals 6. All right, the next part, 2/3 of 12. 2/3 of 12 is going to look like 2/3 times 12 over 1. Okay, divide that by 3. Divide that by 3. So you get 8. So it's going to be minus 8. So just notice there was a minus right there. Okay, now the next one here, I just put the number, outside number over here. Okay, so it's fine if you want to put it back over on the other side. So we have 3/4 times 16. 16 over 1. Okay, so that 4 divided by 4 is 1. 16 divided by 4 is 4. So it's going to be 12x. Then 3/4 of 12. 3/4 times 12 over 1. Divided by 4. Divided by 4. So that gives us 9. So that's plus 9. Okay, next one. We got a little additional wrinkle in this problem. So we have 3.5 times, and then the other stuff. Okay, so what I would do here is I would actually go ahead and say, okay, 3.5 is equal to 7/2. So I might even just put, 7/2 right there instead. Okay, and then I would go from there. 7/2 times 4. So 7/2 times 4 over 1. Okay, 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So it's 14 over 1. If you just went straight across, you would have got 28 over 2. Okay, so that's just 14 plus. So now we got 7 halves times 10x. So 7 halves times 10 over 1. So this is 1. That's 5. So that's 35. So you would have got 70 over 2, which is 35. All right, 35x. Don't forget the x. All right, G. 2 more of these. The additional step on this one, this is actually probably an easier problem. It's just you got an additional step. So 4 times 3x is 12x. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, so then I'm just going to write the rest of the problem here. Okay, so that's 8x. So circle the ones you can combine as like terms. 12 plus 8 is 20x. Right, so you got 12 x's, you got 8 x's. Now you got 20 x's. So it's 12 pens or pencils or whatever plus 8 pencils, or 12 pencils plus 8 pencils if you pretend that x is pencils, plus 8 ones. And you can't combine that because those are not the same kinds of things. Okay. All right, here we have a bit of a different thing here because I put the part to distribute in the middle. So 7 times x is 7x. And then 7 times 4 is 28. So what did you see there? This is 1x, right? If there's no number. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write down the like terms in the same color here because that one's 1's. And this one is x's. So this is, we have 7x plus 3x is 10x. 5 plus 28 is 33. Okay. All right. Now this part we have 3 multi-step or multi-answer type things. Okay, so you got to show some work here. I don't want to see you not showing anything. Okay, so here we have 9 groups of 2, so that's 18, and then 9 groups of n, which is 9n. Okay, so I just started with that because that's probably going to be one of the things we're looking for here. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so what we did was we did 9 times 2. Okay, and then we did 9 times n. Well, look what we got right here. 9 times 2 and 9 times n. So that's C. Right? Now, here we have, this is 2 times 9. We don't ever, that is there, but then this will be 9 times n, not 9 plus n. So here, they switch the number that's inside, which would change dramatically how many n's we would have. Here we would have 18 plus 2n, which is not the same thing. Here we have 9n, and then we have 9 times 2 is 18. That's the same thing. This is just commutative property. It's flipped around, meaning that this one should be wrong. So we have 9n plus 2n. That would just be 11n. So that's not it either. All right. So I wanted you to see, like, that's the way I think through and show the work on the problem, not just guessing random answer choices, right? Okay, so you can make these A right here, A, B, C, D, E, F. So 36x plus 48y. This is what I was talking about yesterday with, you could factor it out several different ways. That's where we're going to check and see if each one of these answers equals what the question says right here, okay? So this would be 36x. This would be 42y. Okay, so that's no, because it needs to be 48y. Okay. This one's going to be, we got 36x, and then we got 48y. Okay, very good. That's right. All right, now here we got a bunch of like terms to add up. 27x plus 1 more x plus 8x. So that's 28, 36x. Change colors. 9y plus 17y is 26y. Plus 22y is 48y. Okay, so you can come over to the side and add if you need to. That would be correct again. All right, see, all we're doing is simplifying each expression to see if it's the one same as the one in the problem. 8 plus 4 is 32x. We already know it's wrong. 8 times 6 is 48y. So the y part was right, the x part is wrong. Okay, next one. we have some like terms. So that's 30y, 35y. So that's not enough y's. And then x's, we have 46, 49 x's. That's not right either. Okay. Meaning the last one should be right unless I messed up. So we have 33y here. And then we have 27z. Okay. And we'll write the rest of the problem again. I'm going to go ahead and write it in the same colors as its like terms because that makes it easier here. Oh, sorry. I just put 33 here for no apparent reason. That's 30. Okay, so 30y plus 18y is 48y. Then we have 27z plus 9z. That's 36z. Oh, sorry, that's x's. Why did I even say that? That was dumb. Okay, that is the same because 36x plus 48y, commutative property, same thing. Okay, so it's B, C, and F. All right, last one. We're looking for the two expressions that are equivalent. So if I add up my y's, I have 1y plus 1y plus 1y. I have 3y. That's correct. 2c minus 5. So c times c we know is c squared, c to the second power. Not the same thing as 2 times c. Okay, therefore that is wrong. K squared would be k times k. Notice we have k plus k. That's 2k. Not the same thing. All right. 3x, well, this would be x times x times x. That would be x to the third power, right? Back to our exponents. And then this would be y times y. That's y to the second power. So that's not the same thing. This would be x plus x plus x. That's y plus y. Right here, now we have a times a times a. That's a to the third power. So that's good. 2 times b means b plus b. So you have b 2 times. So that is correct. Okay, so that's the kind of problems that we need to be able to do on our quiz tomorrow. So just certainly let me know if you need any help with those.